Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create this in After Effects. Let's start. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm gonna put the vectors link in my description below. Also you can download the project files. I will add the link in my description below. So first let's start with blocking background, walls and ground, because we will not use it. Okay, and this one is our laser lights. Now first let's start with giving animation to it. Let's select the first one, press T and change the opacity to 0. And let's go 4 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 80 and go 3 keyframe, 1, 2, 3. Let's make it 40. And then go 4 keyframe again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 90. Let's see. Okay, and go some keyframes. Maybe this is good. Make a static keyframe. Go 5 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 40. And go 3 keyframe, 1, 2, 3. Let's make it 80. Go 2 keyframe, 1, 2, now let's make it 50 and go 3 keyframe again. Let's make it 90. Let's check it. Okay, let's select these keyframes and hold up. Let's move to the right. Let's see now. Nice. And now go to here again. Let's copy the keyframes and let's paste for random animation. And now let's select the second one, press T and make opacity keyframe. Let's make it 0 as well. And let's go to here. Let's copy these keyframes and paste for the second one. Let's see. Okay, nice. And then select the third one. Let's change the opacity to 0 again. Let's this time to move it to here and paste. And fourth one, let's make the opacity 0 and let's paste here. Let's check it. Okay, this looks good. And the last ones, let's change the 0. Let's go here. Paste it with Ctrl V and go to here. Let's paste. Let's check it. Okay, nice. And now let's do the same with the left lasers. Let's press T and change opacities to 0. And let's give it to random one. Go 4 keyframe. Let's make it 60. And go 5 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's make it 20. And go 3 keyframe. Let's make it to 80. And go 2 keyframe. Let's make it 60 again. And go 2 keyframe again. Let's make it 90. And go some keyframes. Let's make the static keyframe. And go 4 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 50 and go 2 keyframe. Let's make it 70 and go 3 keyframe. Let's make it 40 and go 3 keyframe again. Let's make it 90. And copy these keyframes. Let's go to here and paste for random animation again. And now select the keyframes. Let's copy them and paste for the next keyframes. Let's see. Okay, nice. And let's go to the up. Let's give the front ones as well and the right lasers. Let's select them and press T, make opacity keyframes and change them to 0. And select this layer. Let's go 5 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 95 and go 3 keyframe. Let's make it 40 and go 3 keyframe again, let's make it 80, and go 2 keyframe, let's make it 60, and then go 3 keyframe again, let's make it 90. And go to here, let's make set keyframe, go to 3 keyframe, let's make it 50, and 2 keyframe, let's make it 75, and go 3 keyframe, let's make it 60, and lastly go 3 keyframe again, let's make it 90. And select these keyframes, let's paste it. Okay, and select all the keyframes, let's copy them and paste for others. Okay, it's done, now let's check it. Alright, now let's give animation to our character. Let's select all layers with Ctrl A and press U to close all keyframes. Nice. Let's right mouse and create a null object. And click them behind with holding Ctrl to move the anchor point to the center. And then go selection tool, let's move it to up. Like this. And let's give it name controller. And let's select this drop right and drop left, let's link it to controller. And then select this body, let's link it to drop right. And select this arm left and arm right, let's link it to body. Select this head and link it to body as well. Nice. And then select this hand left, let's link it to arm left. Hand right, let's link it to arm right. And then select this leg right and leg left, let's link them to body. And then select this foot left, let's link it to leg left. And foot right, let's link it to leg right. And now let's select this controller, let's see how it is working. Okay, nice, it's working good. And now let's select this foot left, let's go to solo. And let's click here because it's really dark and we can't see anything. And then go to pan behind, or you can press Y. Let's move the anchor point here and go on solo. Let's select this leg left, go to solo. Let's move the anchor point here and then select this foot right, go to solo. Let's move the anchor point here and leg right. Let's move this one to here. And let's select this arm left, let's go to solo. Let's move the anchor point here and hand left, let's move it to here. And let's select the head, go to solo, let's move the anchor point here or maybe here. Okay, this one is good. And select this arm right, let's move it to up like this. And hand right, let's move it to here. Okay, nice, and now we can give animation. Let's select this controller. Let's go to here and press P. Make position keyframe. Let's move it to up. And go 10 keyframe with holding shift and page down. And let's move it to down. And go 6 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move it to up. And go 3 keyframe, 1, 2, 3. Let's move it to down a little bit. And go 3 keyframe again. Let's move to up. And now select keyframes and make them easy. Let's see. Okay, as you see, there is some problem with the keyframes. Select the keyframes and go to keyframe interpolation. Let's change the auto bezier to linear. Click OK. Let's see. Okay, nice. Last 3 keyframes are really fast, so select the last 3 keyframes and hold out. Let's move to the right. Let's see. Let's select this keyframe and move to down a little bit more. Now let's see. And select this keyframe. Let's move to up. And now let's check it. Okay, nice. And select these keyframes. Let's move to the right. And now select all keyframes. Let's go to graph editor. Let's change the graph like this. Let's see. And let's move this keyframe to right a little bit. Nice. And as you said, there is some problem. We can fix it with the pen tool. And to fix that, let's go to the pen tool. Let's make a line like this. And change the stroke color to black. Click OK and change the stroke size. Let's make it 2. Or let's change it like this. Okay, 8 is good. And let's move to up like this. And let's link it to controller. And select the shape layer. Let's Ctrl D to duplicate it and move it to the right. Okay, nice. Maybe let's change the stroke size. Let's make it 7. Okay, 7 is good. Let's check it again. Okay, nice. And now let's give animation to our body. Let's go to here and let's select this arm left and arm right. Let's press R, make rotation keyframes, and go to here. Let's move this one like this, and arm left like this. Select keyframes and make them easy. Let's see. Okay, let's select keyframes and hold out, move to right a little bit. And let's move this one to like this to make it bouncing. And this one, let's make it -4 and go to 5 keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it 2 and this one -1.5 and go 5 keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's change this one to 0.7 and this one to -1 and go 3 keyframe. 1, 2, 3. Let's change both of them to 0. Let's see. Nice. And now let's give the same animation to our legs as well. Let's select leg left and leg right. Let's make rotation for both of them. And change like this. Now let's move the keyframe to the left. And now let's change the keyframe to 8. And this one to 8 as well. And go to here. Let's make it -4. And this one -4 as well. And here. Let's make them 2. And here let's change to 0. Select keyframes and make them easy. Let's see. Nice. Let's select the leg left keyframes and let's move it to right a little bit. And hold out, let's move to right like this. Let's see now. Nice. And select this foot left and foot right. Let's press R as well. Let's make the same for it. And go to here. Let's change them. Let's move it like this. And this one like that. And let's move the keyframes to the left. And change to here to 0. Select the keyframes and make them easy. And select the foot left keyframes and move to right like this. Let's see. Okay, these foot keyframes are really fast, so let's select the foot keyframes, hold out and let's move to the right. Let's see. And select these keyframes and let's move to the left a little bit. Let's see now. Okay, nice, this one is good. And then select this head. Let's go to here and press R, make rotation keyframe, change it like this, and go to here. Let's make it like that. Select keyframes and make them easy. Let's see. Okay, go to this keyframe. Let's change it like that. And go 4 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it +8. And go 4 keyframe again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it -4. And go 4 keyframe again. Let's make it 2. And then go 4 keyframe last time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 0. Let's see. Let's check it. Okay, it's really fast, so let's fix it and go to here. Let's make it to -8 and go to here. Let's change it to 5, and this one let's make it -3, and this one 1.5, and this one to 0. Let's see now. Okay, let's select this keyframe, move to the left a little bit. Let's see now. Let's balance the keyframes with the controller keyframes. Select this keyframe firstly, let's move it to here, and this one to here, and then go to here. Okay, this one is matches, and go this one. Okay, let's move it to here. And the last keyframe, let's move to like this. Let's see now. Okay, it looks more realistic now. And now let's make the robbery scene. Go to here, let's make a static keyframe for controller, and go 10 keyframe. Let's move it to down a little bit, and go to here. Let's make the static keyframe for arm. Select this one. Now let's make static keyframe and arm left, same for it as well. And go 10 keyframe. Let's change the arm left like this, and arm right like that. Go 5 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's make it like this. And arm left like this. Let's see. Let's select these arm keyframes. Let's move to the right and select controller keyframes as well, and select this keyframe as well. Let's move to here and go there. Let's go 10 keyframe. Let's move to controller to up, and then go to 10 keyframe. Let's move this keyframe to here and select this keyframe. Let's move it to up a little bit more, and let's see. Okay, this is good. And let's move the rotation keyframes to here. Let's see. Actually, let's go to this controller keyframe, and let's move these 2 keyframes to here, and arm left keyframes like that. Let's see. Okay, this one is more better. And then select these keyframes. Let's go to left. Okay, and go 4 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, 4, and select this doll. You can press either Ctrl+Shift+D, or you can go to edit and split layer, and select this doll 2 layer. Let's link it to controller, and select this controller. Let's make a static keyframe, go to 10 keyframe. Let's move to down and go here Let's move it to up. Nice. Select these keyframes, go to graph editor, let's zoom it and let's move it to like that. Now let's see it. Okay, nice. And now let's make animation to our head as well. Okay, go to here. Or maybe here. Let's make set keyframe for head. And go this keyframe. Let's change the head rotation like that. Select the last head keyframe, let's move it to right, and select keyframes, let's move to the left. Let's see. Okay, and go to last keyframe, let's press shift and page down, and let's change the rotation like this. Let's see. Let's go to here and move this keyframe to right, select this keyframe and Ctrl C. Go to here, Ctrl V. Let's see now. Okay, let's make a new solid layer and let's change the color to red. Okay, and click OK, and let's change the name to alarm. And let's select this solid layer, press T and change the opacity to 20. And then go there. Let's change the opacity to 0 and make opacity keyframe. Go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 15 and go 10 keyframe again. Let's make it 5 and go 10 keyframe. Let's select this keyframe and Ctrl V. Select keyframes and make them easy. And select these last 3 keyframes and Ctrl V. Now let's go to last keyframe, let's move to like this to change the work area, and then right mouse here and click trim comp to work area. Okay, now let's check it. Okay, nice. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and leave a comment in my video. See you in the next videos.